Aion 2 at release will have 8 available classes: Cleric, Chanter, Spiritmaster, Sorcerer, Ranger, Assassin, and Templar and Gladiator. And just recently we have get from NCSoft, developers of this game, very nice preview of each one of these classes with short presentation of skills and main attributes. So let's talk about 8 available classes of Aion 2. I'll give you my recap and analysis as Aion veteran player playing this game more than 15 years. Before we start, let me just say, subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more of Aion 2 videos in the future. I'm preparing lots of guides for new players, PvP wise and PvE wise, best builds for each class, guilds, raids, dungeons, crafting, everything what you need to know from World of Aion 2, you'll find it here on my YouTube channel. So make sure to subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitch. I'm live streaming every single day, mandatory, no skipping. Visit me on Twitch every day about 7 p.m. Central European Time. If you have any kind of questions regarding the game, I'll be glad to answer and also to keep you updated regarding everything what is happening in World of Aion 2. But now let's focus on the main topic of this video: 8 amazing classes of Aion 2. First, let's check preview of Ranger class. In front of you, you can see Ranger of Aion 2. And right away, you can see, obviously, this is a range DPS class using longbow as main weapon. What is interesting about Aion 2 is next. In Aion 2, you can use only one weapon per class. For Ranger class, it will be longbow or bow. Also, there will be extendable versions of range weapons. Yes, you heard right. In original Aion, we had extendable weapons, weapons with additional range, only for melee classes, for melee versions of the weapons. Here in Aion 2, we are going to have extendable weapons with additional range, right? Also for range classes and range weapons, which is actually really interesting. That was not the case in original Aion. You can see here beautiful character design for Ranger, looking really amazing. You already know that from before, right, regarding beautiful character design, but also regarding skills of the Ranger. You can see here very fast-paced, fluid combat, lots of AoE skills. We have lots of skills reminding us on Ranger from original Aion, and like I said, lots of AoE skills. That is in generally for all the classes, not only regarding Ranger. You can see here Ranger in action. Also, there is one specific skill called Silence Arrow. Yes, you can silence the target for a certain amount of time. I have already done video on my YouTube channel only about Ranger class, skills of this class. Make sure to check that video on my YouTube channel. But for today, just to show you this brief, short preview, how is looking Ranger in action. Let's go forward with another amazing class of Aion 2, and that is Assassin. You can see here melee DPS class using dual weapons as main weapons, dual daggers. That will be the main weapon of this class, the only weapon for now. You can see here also what is interesting, if you are looking a little bit more in detail this combat, you will notice runes. Yes, they're also here, same like for original Assassin from original game Aion 1. Fast-paced combat. Ambush skill is here. You can jump to the target from 20 meters range, and there is also another skill where you can jump on the target from behind. So this Assassin from Aion 2 reminds really a lot on Assassin from original Aion. Fast-paced combat, high burst of damage, also stealth ability, not only for you but for your party members. It's a very specific stealth invisibility skill now for this class, for Assassin in Aion 2. Stealth ability for Aion 2 Assassin is not only for character itself, for you, it's also for your party members. You are entering stealth invisibility state for 10 seconds, and of course, if you start to attack a target, you are breaking out from that stealth. What is interesting, right, that stealth is for you and your party members. Runes, like I said, are here. Lots of stun. Absolutely, almost every second skill have a stun. Fast-paced combat, ambush kind of style for Assassin class. Like I said, reminding a lot on original Assassin. So nothing surprising here. Melee DPS class, and you can see here very nice presentation from NCSoft. Beautiful skill animation, very fast-paced and fluid combat. Let's go forward with Spiritmaster. Look at this powerful class here in front of me. using orb, or should I say 2 orbs as a main weapon. Regarding this presentation, I have to say it's looking very impressive. Like also in original Aion, this magical range DPS class will have fear as one of the main skills. You can see here a little bit of AoE fear as one of the main attributes of this class. Also lots of powerful skills which will be very useful in PvP and PvE combat. For now, we didn't see any kind of a live stream from developers of the game regarding Spiritmaster and Gladiator. We have get only this very short presentation regarding Spiritmaster. You can see also here 4 types of the spirits. Yes, they're also here like in original Aion. However, they have a little bit of different function, little bit of different idea than from original Spiritmaster spirits. Spirits here in Aion 2 from Spiritmaster class are looking more like turrets, not like that you can command them. However, again, gameplay of Spiritmaster, just from this short preview, this is the only gameplay of Spiritmaster available at this point in time when I'm making this video. Maybe in the future, before launch of the game, we get something more. For now, Spiritmaster is looking very strong. You can see here skills looking very flashy. Beautiful skill animations are not the only thing. You can see fast-paced, fluid combat, and also, let's not forget about that, few types of the fear, one of the main designated skills of Spiritmaster class. We have here presented at least 1 AoE fear and 1 single target fear, including damage. So I have no doubt Spiritmaster of Aion 2 will be also very strong as it was Spiritmaster in original Aion, this time using 2 orbs as main weapon, not only 1 orb. This was the only presentation of Spiritmaster so far of Aion 2. Let's go forward with Gladiator. This class will use as main weapon Greatsword. Yes, you heard right, not polyarm but Greatsword. For all of us Aion veteran players, we have used to see Gladiator using polyarm as a main weapon. However, in Aion 2, developers have different idea. Main and the only weapon of Gladiator class will be Greatsword. In this short preview, you can see Gladiator in action, and this is the only real gameplay footage from the Gladiator we have get so far. Yeah, this is it. We didn't see Gladiator in action, nothing more than this. You can see here very interesting, beautiful skill animation, and it reminds actually a lot on original Gladiator from original game. Regarding skills of the Gladiator, we already know that you'll be able to use 2 different skill trees. One will be knockdown skill tree and the other one will be leeching, HP life leeching tree. So depending on situation, are you going to play more PvE or PvP, you're going to build your Gladiator class. Also, we have seen here few range skills. You can see it right now in front of you. And what is interesting, you can see here lots of a knockback, a knockdown and stun, which is kind of normal, I would say, for Gladiator class. For Gladiator, this is looking actually pretty good. I used to play Gladiator class as my main class most of the time from my 15 years of playing Aion, and I have to say that Gladiator of Aion 2 is looking very appealing to play. Obviously, lots of AoE skills, lots of knockback, knockdown, and you can see very powerful class here in motion. This is Gladiator class of Aion 2. Melee DPS using Greatsword as a main weapon. Let's go forward with Sorcerer. Look at this beauty here in front of me using book or spellbook as a main weapon. No surprise there, same like in original Aion, main weapon. However, here also only weapon or Sorcerer in Aion 2 will be book or spellbook. This is a range magical kind of class with very powerful burst attacks, but main things about Sorcerer of Aion 2 will be actually CC. Crowd control. We have already seen description of skills of Sorcerer class from the feedback from the FGT players who have already played this class for the first time on servers in Korea, in Taiwan during different FGT tests, and feedback of the players was the same. Lots of CC, lots of crowd control skills, freeze, stun, sleep, and also damage. You can check already, like I said, dedicated video on my YouTube channel only about Sorcerer. We did see a little bit Sorcerer in action during different live streams from developers of the game, and it's looking actually pretty good. You can see here main skills of the Sorcerer. You can see here some stun effects. You can see this curse tree right now in front of you, and beautiful, very bursty skill animations, bursting with different kind of colors and effects. Obviously, magical range kind of class, and I have no doubt it will be very popular also in Aion 2. What was interesting, they have mostly said, FGT players, that this class is about CC, not that much about damage, which is a surprise because in original Aion, Sorcerer was really one of the highest DPS classes in the game. Of course, crowd control, CC, is one of the main designations of this class, but also we should see very nice damage output of Sorcerer in Aion 2. Let's go forward with Templar, real tank of Aion 2 and also of original Aion. You can see right away here, pull skill, yeah, group pull, not only single target pull, you can pull at the same time few targets, and main weapon of this class, sword and shield. This is the real tank of Aion 2, same like in original Aion, even that in original Aion you could tank some part of the content on Gladiator. Of course, I'm expecting to see similar situation in Aion 2, probably on Gladiator, you'll be able to tank some part of the content. However, when we are talking about endgame content, hard gameplay, then I expect to see that usage of this class for tanking will be at maximum. You can see here pretty nice skill animations, fast-paced, you can see a shield around the character, no surprise regarding that, there should be some protection for this tanking class. Also, very beautiful armor and design for the weapons, sword and shield. Here we have again that group pull, party pull, right? You can pull more than one mobs right closer to you, and very nice, of course, defense abilities of this class. There is nothing much known regarding Templar so far. We have seen already Templar in action a little bit during live streams from developers of the game. Regarding skills, details, we don't know much for now. When I see any kind of more information, I will let you know about that. However, what I have seen so far about Templar from Aion 2, it's looking very much alike to Templar from original Aion. Main tank class without any doubt, with high defense abilities, with very high defense. Regarding damage output, well, we are going to see about that in the future after we start to play the game on November 18 on servers in Korea and Taiwan. I will do that, and for sure I'll try to play not only Templar, I'll try to play all the classes, and I'll bring you videos here on my YouTube channel. Let's go forward with Cleric. Look at this beauty here in front of me, using shield and mace as a main weapon. Skills of this class are looking simply incredible. What do we know about Cleric? Definitely main healing class of Aion 2, similar of course to original Aion. However, this time class with lots of DPS, not only with heal. Developers of the game have made Cleric this time with little bit weaker healing. That was at least description from FGT players who have played Cleric for the first time, however with higher DPS. Also, there are two types of the servants, damage servant and also healing servant. They can mention also FGT players, dispel skill and healing abilities, which is kind of normal for this beautiful healing class of Aion 2. This time in combat, Cleric is looking really agile and dynamic. Don't get me wrong, also in original Aion, Cleric was looking very strong and very appealing class to play, even on DPS setup. But now in Aion 2, I have no doubt Cleric will be one of the most popular classes, not because of healing abilities, just because of this combat. I have to say, out of the 8 classes of Aion 2, this class is having top 3, between top 3, how it's looking in action, right, using skill and different abilities. I already mentioned healing abilities, healing servant, damage servant, dispel, yes, that is one of the main designations of this class. And as you can see in this video, main weapon of this class is shield and mace. Let's go forward with Chanter, class which is using staff as main weapon. I have to say that I'm really positively surprised regarding Chanter, because this time developers of the game have decided to add additional DPS output for this class. This class is still using mantras like in original Aion, yes. There will be also AoE heal for yourself and for the party. However, this time, differently from original Aion, looks like the Chanter will have very high DPS output. I've already done a video on my YouTube channel regarding skills of the Chanter. We can see lots of AoE skills, very fast-paced and fluid combat, and definitely we can see that this class is looking very powerful during combat. I'm really glad to hear from FGT players who have played the game for the first time, especially this class Chanter, that Chanter is looking to have a much higher DPS output than Chanter in original Aion. Regarding everything else, regarding healing abilities, I have already mentioned there will be one healing ability minimum for you and the party members within 40 meters range. Main weapon of the class is staff, extendable staff. That would be nice to have. Mantras are here. We have seen at least minimum 3 mantras already in the combat. I have a video dedicated only to Chanter. We have seen during 4th developer live stream from NCSoft, we have seen presentation of gameplay of Chanter. For today, I wanted to show you how is looking Chanter in action from this short clips preview from NCSoft, and it's looking incredible. Probably this will be my main class, and I'm going to play Aion 2, but I still didn't decide. Like I said, I'll try to play all the classes on servers in Korea and Taiwan, and you will see gameplay videos, guides, news, and updates here on my YouTube channel. So make sure to subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitch. I'm live streaming every single day, mandatory, no skipping. Visit me on Twitch every day about 7 p.m. Central European Time. If you have any kind of questions regarding the game, I'll be glad to answer, and also to keep you updated regarding everything what is happening in World of Aion 2. For today, I wanted to show you in this short preview how are looking classes of Aion 2 in action. Thank you for watching the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Twitch, and see you soon with another Aion 2 video.